Hey everyone, how's it going? JT here. I've been trying to figure out how to do this all night long here since the trailer came out, but can't really post anything, visuals of the trailer or anything like that right now on the channel because Sony is pretty much taking any kind of usage of the footage down. So I'm just gonna do this quick reaction to the first teaser trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, and there's a lot to dissect in this trailer. But before I get into that, I'm going to give everyone here a 5-second countdown because if you haven't seen the trailer or you feel like you don't want to see the trailer, I'm gonna spoil some things. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I just finished watching the trailer not too long ago, and I am absolutely blown away by what is going to happen in the next Spider-Man movie. The premise of the movie is basically stems back from what happened at the end of Far From Home, where Peter gets basically framed for the murder of Mysterio. Mysterio outs him as a murderer, and that's where this movie, I guess, is going to pick up. In life for Peter Parker as we know it is never going to be the same. He is now being labeled as a killer. People know who Spider-Man is. It is beginning to affect everybody that he loves, family members, friends. His relationship with MJ apparently looks like it's on the rocks. So in an effort to try to fix it, he goes to the one man that might be able to, Doctor Strange. This is confirmation now for people that didn't already know that Doctor Strange is in this movie and plays a huge part in this movie, because what we find out not too far after he's introduced in the trailer is that he actually has a spell that he can cast to rid everybody of knowing that Peter Parker as Spider-Man ever existed. However, when Peter hears that, his first thought goes straight to Mary Jane, or MJ, and this is how she's labeled in these movies. And he's like, wait, everyone's going to forget? And starts talking to Doctor Strange while he's casting this very complex spell, and which then causes Doctor Strange to lose concentration and basically break what looks like he breaks into yet another break in the multiverse timelines. And so at this point now, for the third time in the past year, we have 3 different breaks in the cinematic universe timelines. We had the first break with WandaVision, which I guess really wasn't much less a timeline break as much as it kind of was just she created her own kind of world within the world. So I guess it didn't really change timelines or anything like that, but that's what a lot of people thought would be the breaking for the multiverse. They thought WandaVision was introducing people into the multiverse. And then, of course, Loki came out. And for those of you that haven't watched Loki, once again, I hope you are not watching right now. But if you did, you know that the multiverse was opened up at the end of Loki. So now what it looks like in Spider-Man is that the multiverse is opened yet another way. So how many times are these characters going to just burst this multiverse into so many different things, which kind of explains, what it seems like what's taking place in the Spider-Man movie is going to set up perfectly for why the Doctor Strange solo movie, the next solo movie for Doctor Strange, is labeled the Multiverse of Madness, because you got about 3 or 4 different breaking points that have happened at this point to break the multiverse into so many different spots. Of course, you even got Ant-Man Quantumania coming up too, so that's another one. So, but anyways, that happens, and now it seems like the SpiderVerse could be opening up with this. and now that seems like that's going to be, I guess the second half of this movie is probably going to be just reflected on that. And you're seeing a bunch of scenes of him versus Doctor Strange and the explanation as to what is happening. And then the real neat parts of the trailer start coming out. The things that everybody has been speculating. Are there actually old Spider-Man movie characters that are coming back for this movie? It's been heavily rumored that Alfred Molina had signed on to come back as Dr. Octopus, that Jamie Foxx had come back to play Electro, that some other people had come back to play characters that they had played in the previous Spider-Man movies prior to the MCU ones. In this trailer, though, you get what I could collect as 4 potential Spider-Man villains. The first one that's definitely just, they let it out real plain, put it out plain in sight, is Alfred Molina is back as Dr. Octopus. He comes back, he's got the look, and after what, 17 years, he's back to playing this character, and he still looks great. You only get a little clip of him, but he looks great. You do get a visual of what looks like a lightning bolt and some sand. So is Sandman going to be involved in this movie? You already know Electro is going to be involved in this movie, and then you see one of those classic Green Goblin bombs rolling on the ground. The ones from Spider-Man 1, the Sam Raimi movies. You see that, and you hear the laugh. You hear the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin laugh, and my goodness, if these guys were able to get Willem Dafoe to come back to play Green Goblin as well, oh my God, how amazing is that going to be? The one thing that we did not get in this teaser trailer was any inkling that the long rumors of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have come back for this movie. There was no mention of any other Spider-Man other than the Tom Holland one. And there was no sneak peeks or anything of that, so no idea if that's happening. But that is the major rumors that have yet to be shown. But it does seem at this point that not only are we getting the ones that we kind of heard about, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx back, but we could be getting even more. Could be getting Willem Dafoe back. Some kind of iteration of Sandman, possibly. It also looks like maybe the Lizard might be involved in this, and so to me, I feel like maybe this is Sony's and the Marvel Cinematic Universe's attempt to possibly put together a long-awaited movie that they've been trying to put together for so many years, and that is the Sinister Six. For those that don't know what the Sinister Six is, it's 6 of Spider-Man's most intense, most popular villains that all team up together to basically fight Spider-Man. And there's been, throughout the years in the comics and TV shows and video games and whatnot, there's been so many different iterations of them, of the 6 that are involved. But if that's what they're going for, then you're already, based on one trailer, you've already seen what looks like what could be 4 of the villains. Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Electro, Sandman, and possibly the Lizard. That would be 5. If the Lizard, I'm not sure if I saw the Lizard or not, but the other 4, there were pretty good hints about those 4, which would only leave 2 left at that point, which they could take either way. The Vulture is still a part of the MCU, so does the Vulture get involved in this? Does Scorpion come out and get involved in this? Are they gonna actually end up having 6 villains in this movie to go against one Spider-Man, which then begs the question, can Spider-Man by himself defeat 6 of the most intense villains in Spider-Man lore? Or does he need help from maybe 2 other Spider-Man? That's the fun part that we're gonna have to wait till December the 17th to see. To be honest, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to see any trailers on this movie because I kind of want the surprises to be like just super surprising to me once I sit in that movie theater. But over the past 24 hours, everyone's been talking about it so much. Everyone's been leaking so much about it. So I just felt like, it's a 3-minute teaser trailer. How much are they gonna release, right? And they released quite a bit, but the big potential surprise that they could have has not been revealed in this trailer. And I kind of hope that if Tobey Maguire and or Andrew Garfield was a part of this movie, I kind of hope they don't let you know that in any of these trailers that are coming up. That's something that I would like to just sit in the movie theater and watching this movie and enjoying it. Would like to just be sitting there looking up at the screen and in the back of my mind thinking, man, when is Tobey coming out? Man, when is Andrew coming out? Oh man, are they gonna come out? And then if they do, I'm probably gonna cry. That's gonna be amazing if that happens. That's how I kind of want to go into the movie theater feeling. I don't want to go into the movie theater already knowing that Tobey Maguire is coming out, already knowing that Andrew Garfield's coming out. Just at what point in the movie are they coming out in? I want to go into the movie and feel like, damn, this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's here, and now, boom, Tobey Maguire out of nowhere. And so that's how I want to feel, and that's what this trailer has excited me for. So I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to watch any more of the trailers after this. This is just the first one that's come out. I felt like it didn't give away too much, but did surprise you a little bit. Did confirm some people's suspicions about who's coming back for these movies, and the fact that there is a somewhat live-action SpiderVerse in the works. Oh, let me say that again. Live-action SpiderVerse in the works by the looks of it. Is it going to last one movie? Is it going to last multiple movies? Nobody really knows. As far as we know, this is the last Spider-Man movie that's been confirmed or announced. There's no confirmation or anything that any more solo Spider-Man films are going to take place after this one. Although I find it hard to believe that as young as Tom Holland is and all the characters from the Spider-Man, from the MCU Spider-Man and whatnot, that they would just stop doing those movies at this point. However, that's kind of what we thought about the Tobey Maguire movies. That's what we thought about the Andrew Garfield movies, and they moved on and did something else. So if this is this iteration of Spider-Man's last hurrah, I think they are setting up for something that's going to be unprecedented and spectacular. Nothing like this, from what I can remember, has ever been done. You get those kind of cameos sometimes in some of the newer superhero movies that had older ones from back in the 80s or the 90s, and you'll get those cameos, and you'll see like Lou Ferrigno come out in the Hulk. You'll see people like that come out in that were maybe played the characters back in the 80s or something like that, and they'll come back in these newer films, and you'll be like, hey, that guy, I remember him. But if they do it in a way in this movie where they're not making a cameo because they were in the movie and played a character before, and now they're making a cameo as somebody else, but they're actually taking these characters that were a part of other movies and still making them be the same people that they were, that is something that is unprecedented, and I am super excited about it. So if you haven't seen the trailer and you want to see the trailer, I would go and take a look at it. I've kind of already spoiled everything already. Like I said, I was going to do it at the beginning of the video though, but I'm super excited. I can't wait for December the 17th. And yeah, I'll see y'all guys later. That's all I got on that. I'm just super excited, guys.